Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Good morning. It's 6 minutes past 8 o'clock. And let's look at the big stories today. And I'm talking about the stories that have made headlines and stories you would find on the front pages of newspapers across the country. I'm talking, Nigerian Tribune, This Nigeria, This Day, Vanguard, Punch, Leadership, Nation, you just name it. Vanguard and many more. Okay, and just to let you know as well that if you head straight to our Facebook page right now, all our social media pages are carrying the stories today. So go leave a comment and I will be so glad to take your comments. Facebook is at Super FM PH and we're also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Super FM PH. So check us out, follow us, subscribe to our channel as well and turn on the notification so that you can connect with us. Instagram is at Super FM 93.3. Then Twitter is Super FM 933, at Super FM 933. And just to let you know that you can download our app as well. So we've got a mobile app, and that makes it so that you can listen to us without any restrictions. So all you have to do is go on Play Store and download Super FM Global. Super FM Global. My name is Obi Ivy. Good to have you on the program today. All right, real quick, let's look at the stories today. A big story today, like the biggest, certainly has to be, outrage from Nigerians about the 1.145 billion naira vehicle purchase that was approved by His Excellency the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, for Niger Republic. I mean, I'm sure when I was mentioning that amount of money, you were figuring, okay, maybe that money is going to something in Nigeria, but the money was used to purchase vehicles for Niger Republic as support, as part of Nigeria's effort to also support and assist neighboring countries, especially those that we share border with. So it's important, at least to the Nigerian state. Well, Nigerians are not finding it funny, and this particular story you would find on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. It's also on the front page of Nigerian News Direct. It's there as well. And it's also, let's see where else it is. On This Nigeria, it's there. And it says federal government's purchase of 1.14 billion naira vehicles for Niger Republic sparks controversy. Absolutely. So these are, the places you would find a story and you can read up on it. It's also on Daily Independent on the front page as well. And it says federal government justifies procurement of 1.145 billion naira vehicles for Niger Republic. And the federal government's justification is that, first of all, it's the president's prerogative, to make such approvals, regardless how Nigerians, see it. He feels that it's necessary for our, relationship with these countries, that when they thrive and when they're also succeeding and making progress in terms of security, because this was a demand made by the president of Niger to the Nigerian president seeking for support, vehicular support or mobility support for their country to fight insurgency and insecurity in general. And the president, having thought about it and, of course, having been advised by his advisors, figured it was the right move to be made. So the money is basically for the purchase of 10 SUVs, to Niger Republic. Now, moving away from that one now to This Day, on the front page, you would find Oshomole saying Tinubu can't be held responsible for Buhari's performance. Absolutely. Now, he goes on to say president's failure in security, economy. This is another report also on the front page of This Day, and it's coming from a support group, an Atiku support group, saying that president's failure in security, economy makes APC's presidential candidate unmarketable. But, Adams Oshomole, former, Labour Party chairman, and, of course, former governor of Edo State, said, well, Tinubu cannot be held liable. He shouldn't be made to pay. he shouldn't be held responsible for Buhari's performance. I don't know what you think anyways. I mean, you know that they're all both standing on the same platform. And if one person is standing on the platform, you know, has not had as much support as he should, or maybe has not been received very well by certain people, you know, that has a way of affecting the next person who gets to stand on the same platform. Except you think differently, but there are some people who hold this opinion. But I'd like to know what you think about this particular one. Now, still on this day, it says NLNG suffers $7 billion year-to-date revenue loss due to gas supply shortages. And another big story today that is on the front page of, or front pages of different newspapers, is the fact that federal government has approved for Badagry Deep Seaport to generate 53.6 billion. But federal government approves PPP for Badagry Deep Seaport to generate $53.6 billion. All right. Now, another big story today is the fact that PDP Board of Trustees, fails to resolve Atiku Wike rift. And this you would find on the cover of The Nation newspaper. They say trustees divided over Ayu's sack and Ayu's sack call by Rivers governor's men. Now, supporters of Governor Nyesom Wike are insisting that the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, be sacked. And, you know, for the last few weeks, this particular story has become like a staple, you know, for us. And there have been calls that the chairman be sacked as one of the conditions under which the governor of Rivers State, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, would perhaps consider some, what's the word I'm looking for now? Consider it as a as an appeasement, if you like, you know. All right, still talking about this one story on the front page of Daily Independent. Same story, PDP raises committee to reconcile Wike Atiku warring faction. Yes, and there's another one here still on the Daily Independent that says, as Ayu must go, demonstration rocks secretariat. So protesters say he cannot lead the party to victory in 2023. And this, again, is on the front page of the Daily Independent. Still has the same story that says the federal government justifies procurement of 1.145 billion naira vehicles for Niger Republic. And it says bandits force NRC, that's the Nigeria Railway Corporation, to suspend Lagos-Abuja Kano train services. And another big story today is on the fact that the AIG was attacked by gunmen yesterday, and he was injured in the attack on his way to Abuja. He was injured in the attack, as well as an orderly. Well, one of his guards was shot dead in that particular attack. And the presidency, you know, has responded by saying that the bandits are just trying to, you know, score some cheap psychological point. And it says, yeah, federal government reacts to attack on AIG, says bandits seeking to score psychological points. But moving away from that now, another story is sparking some kind of controversy. And it's, of course, on the fact that Rivers Accord governorship candidate, who is Dumolulu Briggs, is quoted here, or was quoted here, in the Vanguard as saying, I would have been Rivers governor long time ago if, and the if here says, if I were a regular politician and if I was willing to do all the things that these other politicians are known to do to get into office. Now, the governorship candidate of Accord political party in Rivers State, Chief Dumolulu Briggs, has said that he would have been governor of the state a long time ago if he was a regular politician. And he added that he was not like other politicians, else he would have done what they do to be in office. And he spoke this in Port Harcourt during an interactive session with students in the state organized by the We Agenda student community. Now, the governorship candidate stressed that one of the reasons he wants to be in government was to see that the next generation of the state gets good education. And he was quoted here saying, and I'll quote, "You know my antecedents. Unfortunately, I'm not a regular politician. As a matter of fact, some people say that I am not even a politician. If I were a politician, I probably would have been the governor a long time ago because I would have done the things that politicians do. But because I do not want to be that governor that will fail you, I choose not to be the regular politician." Well, yes, a lot of people have said that he's not a regular politician. But I'd like to know what you think about the story. So in due course, I'll open the phone line. But for now, let's take a look at more stories. I will certainly want to know what you think. But you can leave a comment in the meantime. Send me a text message. That is an SMS at normal SMS charges. Or you can send a WhatsApp message on 0905 9481 021. We're streaming live. Don't forget at Super FMPH on Facebook and YouTube. Drop a comment as well below. Let's know which story resonates with you. It's The Review, Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, and we're looking at big stories today, stories on the front pages of newspapers. My name is Obi Ivy. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here.
We know what you want and how you want it.
Here, Super FM. Yeah!
All right, welcome back. Still The Review right here on your number one family lifestyle talk and urban station. This is Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. So, next story is that the National Assembly leaders fret and rally security chiefs for protection. And this is a story in the Punch newspaper. And now he goes on to say that the National Assembly has expressed fears over the worsening insecurity in the country, particularly the recent attacks on the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, by terrorists. Following the worsening insecurity, the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, on Wednesday summoned the security chiefs to a marathon meeting where he described the situation as the most frightening. Now, this story is also one that you would find on the cable news this morning. And it's the leader of the National Assembly here saying that, it's a scary state that we're in security-wise. And he says, federal government... okay, so moving away from that one, he says, let's see. All right, welcome back. So it's still on the Punch newspaper, and it's a story about the Senate president saying that this is a scary time. He says it is the most frightening, and that's what he says, describing the situation of security in the country. And also at the meeting, the senators advised the security chiefs on how better to protect the FCT and the country in general. And the various House of Representatives committees on security had similarly met with the chiefs last Friday over the development in the country. And the House said the terrorists were daring to have attacked the seat of power, warning the security agencies to go after the militants, or that's what they call them, the militants, in this particular report. All right, real quick, I'll do a recap, but I'll still look into some stories this morning that you can comment on if you like. Now, still on the story about the federal government defending the 1.145 billion naira vehicles purchase, SDP presidential candidate says federal government buying vehicles for Niger Republic shows that Nigeria is not broke. Now, he had this to say as he faulted the decision of the president on the procurement of vehicles worth 1.145 billion naira for Niger Republic. And he spoke on Wednesday during an interview, and he said that for the federal government to do this, to supply this, it means that we are not broke at all. Now, mind you, this particular issue is not one that was even supposed to be on the front pages of newspapers. From reports, the file or the documents where the president approved this sum of money as support for Niger Republic was leaked to the media. So it wasn't something that was supposed to be out for public discussion in the first place. But on the one hand, some people have said, well, was this supposed to be something done in secret so we don't know how money's in the country or money in the country moves? On the other hand, some people have responded by saying, well, it's the fault of whoever is in that particular department. That's the department of the Ministry of Finance, right? And it's saying it was wrong of them to bring such things. What's their aim? Is it to cause an uproar that we don't need at this time in the country? We do not need to be fighting and venting over these, issues. Instead, we're supposed to be focusing on how we can move, security. We can improve security in the country and move the economy and make it better. So what was the aim? What was the agenda of the people who leaked this information to the media, especially? Away from that one now, a documentary on bandits. NBC finds Trust TV, MultiChoice, TSTV, Star Times 5 million naira each. So the National Broadcasting Commission has imposed fines on Trust Television, MultiChoice Nigeria, Telecom Satellite Limited, and Star Times Limited for airing a documentary on banditry. Now, Balarebe Ilela, the Director General of the NBC, announced the development in a statement on Wednesday. And he said that, an organization affiliated to Daily Trust newspaper had aired a documentary entitled Nigeria's Banditry, The Inside Story. And you can remember that this particular story trended on social media as well. Many different platforms and bloggers carried this post. And the documentary was quite vivid. It was vivid. It was sort of, almost uncensored on many levels. And I think, again, if you look at it, maybe these people, especially the people who produced it, who went on this investigative journalism, figured to bear the truth and just make it as open as possible. But on the other hand, the NBC thinks that it was wrong for them to have portrayed it in the way that they did, questioning their sense of self-censorship. But hey, as the media, as a fourth realm, we do have a responsibility. As much as it's important for us to be unbiased, as much as it's important for us to, take up our position as watchdogs, it's also important that we are careful how we portray these things. As unbiased as possible, but at the same time also how we say the things we say matters as much, so that conversations and topics or statements are not taken out of context, and things are not misconstrued, misunderstood, and perhaps even misrepresented. All right, moving away from this particular story now, I'm going to try and do a quick wrap-up so that we can take as many reactions as we possibly can. But Imo Police intensifies manhunt for perpetrators of Orogwe massacre. And the Imo State Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Ahmed Barde, has ordered a discreet investigation into the killings of 7 people at Orogwe in Owerri West Local Government, Local Council on Sunday night by suspected hoodlums. And the command spokesperson, in a statement yesterday, said the CP has also assured that the command will go all out in ensuring that the perpetrators of this dastardly act are arrested and made to face the full wrath of the law. And I do hope that they succeed in this chase, because it's just terrible and quite disheartening the way that these things are panning out. And it's almost hard to find good news on the news lately. All right, INEC restates neutrality as 2023 general election approaches. Now, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has reiterated the agency's neutrality as the 2023 general election approaches, stating that it had no preferred candidate or political party. And we hope that INEC continues, because they've shown antecedents at the just concluded Ekiti election and the Osun state election. Also, we saw in Anambra, I think that was last year or so, I believe, or earlier this year. And, it's great. It's great what is happening and how INEC is, managing themselves, even though there are still a few complaints here and there. And there are still complaints about vote buying and how neither INEC or these political parties have sued any of the people caught on camera. Some people were even bragging about selling their votes and how much they made from the sales. So whatever the case, anyways, INEC has shown great improvements considering, if you compare with previous years and previous elections, and we hope that they stand their ground in the coming election in 2023 and give us, votes as they are cast, really. All right, the story says, sack Silva to defend defamation suit in U.S., Buhari urged. Now, Nigerians for Transformational Change, NTC, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to sack Minister of State for Petroleum, Timothy Silva, over alleged summons by the United States federal court to defend his defamation case in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, scheduled for August 11th, 2022. Now, the civil society group faulted the one-time governor of Bayelsa State handling of this nation's fuel crisis and accused him of, quote, using taxpayers' money to fund the legal fees and planned appearance before the U.S. court. Now, the United States federal court judge for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Joseph Lesson, had ordered Silva to appear in person on August 11 to defend his defamation case against one Jackson Ude over publications of alleged bribery, fraud, and corruption in the awarding of Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas, that is NLNG, Train 7 contract and a joint venture led by Italy Saipem. Now, the contract worth $4 billion is for engineering, procurement, and construction of the production unit at the gas company's Bonny Island plant in Rivers State. And it's commended, it's a long story. You should totally go and read the story on the Guardian newspaper. That's where you'd find it. All right, real quick, let me do a recap of as many stories as I possibly can. But before that, PDP crisis, BOT sets up a panel to resolve Wike Atiku feud. This is also in the Guardian. Now, the People's Democratic Party Board of Trustees rose from a meeting yesterday and resolved to set up a committee to resolve the post-primaries crisis rocking the party. And it was gathered also that, it also raised concerns over the situation in which the North continues to occupy top leadership positions in the party at the expense of the South, insisting it won't promote peace in the country. Now, this happened as some BOT members loyal to the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike stayed away from the meeting. And I'm briefing journalists at the end of the meeting. Former Deputy Leader of the Senate, Abdul Ningi, disclosed that the Peace Committee comprises all members of the BOT. He said the committee had begun its work by immediately visiting the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. And he's quoted here saying, "We have set up this committee to interface between warring factions, particularly the acrimony that is taking place between the presidential candidate and Wike. Every BOT member is a member of the committee, and I cannot tell you the grievance and the time frame." Whatever the case, though, there have been speculations that if the party continues like this without resolving their issues, then they will be kissing a chance to clinch power from the All Progressives Congress come 2023. But again, some parties, some other parties are excited about the fact that there is this rift in the PDP because it sounds like it's going to give them a good chance at victory. But hey, elections will tell anyways. And elections are not won on social media, as we've heard time and time and again. All right, real quick recap of the stories. I would have been Rivers governor long time ago if I were a usual politician. And this is the Accord governorship candidate, Chief Dumolulu Briggs. And federal government okays development of $2.59 billion Badagry Deep Sea Port. PDP Board of Trustees fails to resolve Atiku Wike rift. Okay. APC chieftain's house set ablaze in Benue. 7 killed in Jigawa flood. Governor Diri tasked Christian leaders on unity. IPOB cautions against sale of ancestral lands to federal government and Fulani for agricultural projects. And in another paper, this is in the Vanguard, but in another paper, it was also quoted as saying, sell land to federal government and the Fulanis at your own peril and face our wrath. All right, Oyo police say intercepted northerners farmers and traders. Remember yesterday on the papers also, we brought you the report about a truck filled with about over 100 northerners was stopped somewhere in Oyo State, and they were searched. Thankfully, nothing incriminating was found in their possession. Well, now this report has stated that they are just traders and farmers. And remember also in the news, we told you about the driver's own statement saying those people didn't have transport money to come back, so he decided to give them a ride to their destination. Okay, quite a number of stories here, but definitely go check them out on our social media and leave a comment. But the phone lines are open at this time. Text line is also open, 0905-948-1021. That's for text messages. Please do not call the number. Send a WhatsApp message or an SMS on 0905-948-1021. But the phone lines are 0705-0791-021 and 08117431-021. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished audience. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very good. Mr. Temple, welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, Temple, okay. I think this, I want to react quickly. Federal government reacting to attack on AIG. So it's bandit seeking to score psychological points. What does that mean? Does that really make sense? That an attack was launched on a whole AIG and somebody was killed, and the federal government is trying to tell me they want to score some political, psychological points. What is really going on?
All right.
We see that the government is so reactive instead of being proactive. Look at ASU is on strike, and they are losing out a whole 1 billion
All right.
to purchase a vehicle in a country that said they are broke. It's very much obvious. And this is a rich testament that Nigeria is very rich, and there is enough money to respond to the demand of ASU. Very much obvious that Buhari does not care about the situation of education in this country.
Well, that's an allegation. Mr. Temple, sorry about that, but I mean, we cannot categorically say that the president does not care about education in the country. We can't say that at all. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, call back. Hello, good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning, the First Lady of Super FM.
Good morning, sir. That's a new title.
My name is Comrade Letambari Sunday, the President, Time and Tom for River Southeast.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to react to the headline that says President spend over how much to buy
1.145 billion naira.
Yes, for Niger Republic.
Niger, yes,
wow.
Go ahead.
This is very disheartening. Looking at the situation of things in this country, this news is not supposed to come up at this time because it looks as if we downgrade on the citizens of Nigeria. We are talking about ASU strike. Workers' salaries have not been paid. You see, minimum wage, even with what the governors are doing, which is not really appreciated. The federal government is looking down on all these demands and yet spending excessive money that what this amounts in other neighboring countries. What is it that the federal government takes the citizens of this country for? Is it that we don't make any meaning, even when we make our demand? That is why I am against the labor. The ASU is trying, but the labor leaders who call themselves unionists who are supposed to tap down both the air and the sea and the land, ensure that this government do not go to anywhere, and we all see ourselves in this country without going to anywhere. By the time we do that, they will see that there is no movement and they will adhere to our plight. I don't know why Labour seems to join us when they don't have a valuable matter to present to federal government, because they are supposed to anchor from the angle of the civil servants who have not been paid their minimum wage. And nothing is being done. No increase of salary.
All right, thank you so much,
yet,
sir.
These people will continue to
Your time is up. I'm so sorry about that, please. Thank you. Super FM Potaka, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, call back. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Nia Barry Sakai coming from River State.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I want to react to this story about Kifa Fatima and his statement about not being a regular politician.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, so the fact of the matter is we've come to that point where we can't see people who keep doing the same thing and expecting separate, different results. River State has been through a lot of recent, and politicians have had their run at the state. I think it's time for someone who thinks about the people to come in play. I think it's time for someone who is not a regular politician, as you will. And I would say that because that event was an event that was put together by students and two people who kind of celebrated his person because of how he has been. Very few politicians can say that with their own personal resources, they've been able to reach as many people in a state as Chief Barrister Tumalu has done.
All right.
So I would say if he wants to take it to the next level, I think River State should support him.
All right, sir.
To do it for the whole state because we need different.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, move fast on the line.
Mufasa, good to have you on the program. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Please turn off your radio. I can hear myself.
Please, sorry about that.
All right, go ahead.
Am I good now?
Yes, please.
Okay, very well. I think I want to join my voice with those PDP members calling for the sack of Yosha.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the build-up to the PDP primaries, presidential primaries, and of course, throughout the whole process and the concluding event, it clearly shows that Yosha Ayu, who's supposed to be unbiased as the chairman of the party, showed some level of bias. Even after the election, you have what he said to, I think, Tambawa, the governor of Sokoto State, when he called in the hero of the day, which took mean that for Tambawa to have, supported Atiku, and Atiku emerged as the presidential candidate, showed that Yosha Ayu had a special interest, and that is not good, for a leader. So I think it is in order to call for resignation. The enormous role and contribution that the governor of River State has made to the PDP, and it's not fair to be treated that way.
All right.
But having said that, lastly, I want to join my voice with the SDP presidential candidate who has said that for Nigerian government to have donated that loan sum of money shows that Nigeria is not broke. Not that he has said that donating such is a bad thing, but considering the economic meltdown we're having in this country, a lot of people will question that part of charity because people will say that Nigeria is broke and we have more than enough to give to Nigeria Republic, which can make us a bad one. And then again, we shouldn't be saying that we are broke.
All right.
I go with the SDP presidential candidate this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But again, the thing about giving is, do you only give when you have? If you only give when you have more than enough, does it mean that you are, that you understand it? And plus, Nigeria has also lived from support from many different countries. Nigeria has survived through the years, different times economically, through the helping hands of different nations. Not just those that we share borders with, but, nations from around the world, So is it so bad that the president figures that we have issues that we're dealing with, yes, but if these people prosper security-wise and economically, it will affect us. So again, when we are thinking about these things and when we're making reactions or making comments, let's also put it into context and see the point, especially from the fact that in the end, it's the president's prerogative to decide how this money moves, I think. Super FM Potaka, good morning. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Yene Douglas.
Good to have you on the program.
I'm
Go
calling
ahead.
from Port Harcourt, yeah. Yeah, I want to speak on the headline that about Chief Dumodulu Briggs.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
About his comment on he would have been governor long.
Oh, wow. All right. Do well to call me back. I'd like to take that one. But yes, I'm sure he's trying to comment on the one that says, I would have been governor of Rivers State long ago if I were a normal or a usual politician. Okay, so in case you want to join the conversation, the phone lines are still open, but I'm going to go to Facebook for a few moments just after this one call. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Hello, good morning. Your line is pretty bad. I had to let you go. All right, Victor Peba says, good morning, presenter. It's very obvious that the president is incompetent to rule Nigeria. Okay. The last time I checked, ASU is on strike and other unresolved issues. Okay, well, whatever your reason, I appreciate your thoughts, but please, can we just refrain from, derogatory comments and comments that are unsubstantiated, please. Sam Ekere says, the purchase of vehicle to Niger Republic further shows President Muhammadu Buhari's passion for one of our states, though not officially declared. For one of our states, though not officially declared, but Niger Republic should know that soon we will start taxing them because they have benefited from this country than many Niger Delta states. Okay, thank you very much, Sam Ekere, for your comment. Moving away from that now, we've got more comments here. This one is coming from John Miller Johnson says, Chief Dumodulu Briggs should just drop his ambition and support Senator Abe. That's the only way he can actualize his dream of heading into the brick house. All right, thank you for your comment, and that is, everyone is entitled to their comments and their opinions. Obi, take it or leave it. Nigeria PVC registration is going on in Niger Republic, according to Mio, not Super FM, and it's time. Okay, well, that's according to you, and honestly, I'm not even going to take that into consideration, and I urge everyone who's listening to please disregard. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm calling back. Concerning the comment about Chief Dumodulu Briggs.
Please go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say, that's a very true. That is a very big true, because the kind of politics we play within and around the Rivers Hemisphere is this godfatherism. And if Dumodulu Briggs have been that kind of person that do have a godfather, of course, he would have been governor long ago. Dumodulu Briggs is this visionary kind of leader that is coming into power. That is his intent, coming into power with prospects for the people of Rivers State. So
right.
Somebody that is coming to serve Rivers people, and at that kind of intention, and there is a godfather that he would first of all serve before serving the people of Rivers State. That would not be good for Rivers people.
All right.
And so he totally rejects that kind of offer, and at that kind of rejection, it happens that, of course, they will not allow him be. So I think to a very large extent, what he's saying is true, that if he would have been governor long ago, if he had been this kind of, if he wanted to be this kind of regular kind of politician, strictly on godfatherism, because then, like he has always said, he has got the Father in heaven and not godfatherism kind of issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, back to the messages on social media. Don't forget you can send me a WhatsApp message as well on 0905 9481 back to Facebook. Your Gentle says, Buhari and the federal government should tell Nigerians what their interest in Niger Republic is. First, it was real. Now, a vehicle worth billions at the time Nigerians are hungry. Whoever is advising Buhari is an enemy of Nigeria. Koate Magno says Senator Dumodulu Briggs is a veteran in Rivers State, in Rivers Guba contest, and as such, I will advise him if he's out of ideas on what to do, what to say, on how to go about it this time, he should join force with Senator Magnus Abe, the governorship candidate of SDP, who has not only ideas but the institutional knowledge and technical know-how to transform Rivers State. All right, thank you very much. Lambert Weezy says, good morning, Obi. PDP Board of Trustees failed to resolve Atiku Wike rift. PDP, they should do something about Governor Wike and Atiku issue before they will complain that there was no peace in PDP. That is why they lost the general election. Thank you, Lambert, for your message. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome, Sauzo.
Thank you. Nigeria buying vehicle to Niger.
Yes, please.
It looks somehow. Nigeria is owing a lot of money to different countries. Now they are buying vehicle worth billion naira of Niger. It looks somehow now. Why not to use the money and pay to the money they are owing? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. Okay, more comments coming, but the phone lines are still open. 070-507-91021 and 081-174-31021. Super FM Port Harcourt.
My sister, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Ambassador Momo.
Good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Bandit attack either commissioner or
AIG. Yes.
Oh, you see what is happening? I want that bandit to go to Buhari.
All right.
Go to all the senators.
All right. Sorry, I had to let you go. Please. There's no how that thought would have landed or even finished on this show, on this platform today. So my apologies, Engineer Umo. Please refrain from such comments. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
From Egbelu.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Please, I want to comment especially on Nigeria buying vehicles to Niger.
Please go ahead. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, your line went off, so call me back. Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, fine lady.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
My name is Amaka.
Please go ahead, madam.
I want to speak on federal government buying motors to Niger Republic.
Yes, please go ahead.
I'm seeing this as a compensation to Niger Republic.
Okay.
Because Nigeria complaining that people attacking Nigerians are Fulanis, and most of them are from Niger. So for me, I'm seeing it that maybe government know what is happening, and they want to also drive them for coming election. It's not good.
Okay, madam, do you have the facts to just buttress your point, saying Nigeria is trying to bribe them for the coming election?
It's obvious now. Everything is not by. It's obvious. Everybody knows that one because we are being saying that this Buhari, people have been complaining whether it's from Nigeria or not, and his art is saying that it's not in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. That is not our opinion. We don't know it. So if the people around you know what you have just said, well, we would like to know, how you people have come about this information. Biko. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Romanus. You're calling from Port Harcourt.
Romanus, go ahead, please.
I want to talk about 1.5 billion our president gave Niger Republic.
Please go ahead.
And it's a welcome development because why I say it's a welcome development, our president see what is happening in Nigeria today. The students are not more going to school. The lecturers are hungry. Everybody is hungry. There is no fuel. There is no diesel. He carry that kind of money. Give those people. Why not use that money? The lecturers, people will be to school. Our students go to school. That is why it's still right now, I'm telling you now. The government has failed and they cannot come back then. Which way Nigeria, where are we going to?
All right.
The best solution for the country is come together and...
Okay, I'm sorry, your line is bad. That's why I had to let you go, please. Comrade Clinton Akere says, Duma will do well supporting Magnus Abbey. I personally think he will be a very good running mate Senator Magnus Abbey. All right, Monday Bako says, Governor Nyesom Wike should go to another party. The minister, Buhari, give out cars worth 1.14 billion to Niger Republic. Is Buhari really from Nigeria? And Nigeria lawmakers are busy watching him looting public funds. Okay, this is an accusation. Unfounded. I'm sure. If it's not unfounded, I'd like to see proof of that. Biko, let's refrain. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. All right, call back. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, SMS line here. Good morning, my good sister. No cause for alarm. The military should sit up and defend the country because prayer of innocent people that are already dead will answer because military is aware of problems in Nigeria. Afis, thank you very much for your comment today. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Hello?
Please, sir, turn off your radio. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, we're from Ogibo.
Oh, well, go ahead, please.
I just want to ask you something.
All right.
This analysis and information that you're giving on your radio, is the people at the helm of Nigeria's affairs, are they hearing those comments and contributions?
We believe they're hearing because we have given we're not just broadcasting here in Port Harcourt. We're live on social media. We also have our app that is.
Why are you cutting people? Why are you afraid when they want to say a real fact concerning this country?
Nobody has given me a fact-based comment. All right, so I cannot yield this platform for people to make derogatory comments about leaders, except you have facts to prove. Then I will give you, I'll give you a chance to even come and talk about it.
You have to believe that every.
Hello.
I thought you have got me.
No, I'm trying to hear your point, please.
I want you to believe that every public officer is supposed to accept criticism. No matter how it's good.
Right.
They're supposed to accept a criticism.
So criticisms like insults. So if you were governor and I came on radio and I'm insulting you and saying you are a thief, you are looting Nigeria's, is that criticism or just downright abuse or insult?
It's not abuse any.
All right. Thank you. Super FM Port Harcourt. Okay, back to social media right now. This message here from Temple says, AIG wounded, orderly dies as gunmen attack convoy in Kaduna. If the AIG of police can be attacked, then it shows how the level of insecurity this country is at its top. And the president is busy dashing out 1.4 billion to other people, other countries to help fight insecurity. Money that would have gone a long way in solving some pending issues in the country. Now, who do us this thing? Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Fresher of calling from Lino.
All right, go ahead. You have less than 1 minute, please.
I think the issue of the president buying car for Nigeria Republic, the students are on strike here. They also are talking about another strike, to extend strike. And why not use that money to balance, to call them and say, let me start from here. People should start, let me start from here. That will help that will give them confidence that they will do something.
All right.
This one, they are on strike and you not give out that kind of money to another country. It's not as if you send it to a state in Nigeria. It's another country. I don't understand. They don't care about us anymore.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, my last caller. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, yeah, thank you. This is Yene Douglas again.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, talking about who to support or deputize who concerning the humanitarian risk here in Rivers State. I think for a man like Chief Dumulu that has led himself successfully in business over years, that has used his hard-earned resources to develop humans, men and women here in Rivers State. I'm talking about human capital development. I think such a man is way ahead. And preferably, I will plead with the distinguished Senator Magnus Tinge to come out and support Dumulu Lubrix.
All right.
If possible, to support him to achieve the Rivers goal of our dream and take Rivers State higher, because at this point, Chief Dumulu Lubrix is way ahead.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And that brings me to the end of the review for this morning. Thanks a lot to everybody who participated and who called in. I appreciate your comments as well on Facebook and other social media platforms out there. Thank you indeed. The show continues. The Super Breakfast show continues, obviously. At 9 o'clock, we'll be interviewing a representative of the Center for Environment, Human Rights and Development. And that said, don't go anywhere. We'll be looking at the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law of Rivers State, passed in 2020. And it's a program sponsored by the European Union with technical support, of course, from the British Council. Don't go anywhere. Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. My name is Obi Ivy.
When other stations show up, we simply square up and leave.
Okay, I'm in.
Super FM Port Harcourt.